Hello guys, it's Dr. Steve here, back with another episode of Core Wellness TV, and today I want to share with you a very simple and short exercise series that you can use to strengthen your chest and your back and your core while simultaneously helping your low back and lengthening your hamstrings and getting motion into your thoracic spine, where we all get kind of blocked up and curled forward up there with that kind of that upper cross syndrome. So I'm going to just jump right into this so you can get some benefit out. You can do this anywhere, anytime. If you have a bar or a table, the back of a couch, anything like that. And it's kind of a modified version of a down dog in yoga combined with a chaturanga in yoga. This is what the way I see it anyway. Anyway, here we go. See myself? Yep. Alright, so the first thing is get yourself in a plank position here. And the first thing, like always, is you connect and you breathe into your center. Always put your hand below your ribs and above your hips and just grab around there. And when you breathe, you should feel expansion in the front, in the back, and to the side, 360 degrees like a cylinder. That's always first and foremost, because your diaphragm and all of that, all those middle deep muscles, that's your true core. So it's important to make sure that's always on first, so you don't end up letting your low back get overloaded in this case and cause damage to the low back. So what I do is get into a plank, get the breath and the brace going, and all we're going to do is just slowly lower with your elbows in tight as possible and your neck as long as possible. You don't want to get like this. That overloads and creates a polluted nervous system. Now, when you lower slowly, it forces you to do it correctly. And it actually creates an oxygen debt, and there's even a movement of muscle building called slow motion or super slow-mo weight training, where you do very slow repetitions, or slow burn as they call it, and that helps build lean muscle mass. One of the things to watch out for is when you go down, making sure that the shoulders don't come up. That's going to be the biggest thing, and I want you to be aware of that. Let me do a little closer to you here. So as I go down, let me get back here, it's easy to get up into your shoulders like this. You have to be pushing, and one of the ways to do that is to always imagine pushing away from your support points, and specifically the base of your thumb rather than the base of the outside of your hand, because it's a neurological thing. Kids with cerebral palsy always tend to push away from the outside. One of the things it tells us if we are developing properly, or if your kiddos are developing properly, is can they push away from the thenar aspect of the hand. It's a little thing, but it means a lot. Okay, so again, we're equally balancing, I'll call them the two pillars of the hand, equally balancing the two pillars of the hand, and we're going to drop down slowly. And if it's too difficult, get a higher counter or get closer to it, ideally. And again, your elbows are in tight and nice and slow. Okay, and that's the first part of it. The second part is after you come back out of it, we're going to stick your tail way out, and we're going to allow our chest to fall through. So simultaneously, you get a stretch to the whole posterior line, which is tight on a lot of people, and you get extension through your thoracic spine. Now, in this instance, we want to keep our ribs tied down in the front, like this. If we just let our ribs flare forward like this, then we overload our low back. So whenever you let your body fall through, you want to make sure that the ribs in the front are anchored, and they're not just letting everything fall through. When you anchor your ribs down, you get a better stretch or a better release through the thoracic spine up top. Also, making sure that your neck is nice and long. If you're like this and you let the ribs go, then that's not near as good of a release. If you stay long, and again, your shoulders are always staying down, not up in here, right? and you're going to allow yourself just to fall through like so. It's a wonderful stretch. You'll feel the lats stretch through here. You'll feel the thoracic spine mobilize through here. You will feel the hamstring release. And a lot of times what I do is all of a sudden I'll find myself taking a deeper breath after I do this because it releases that stress system in your body. So I'll go through this a couple of times for you in a full flowing motion so you can get the idea. It is down, staying long, breathing down low and slow, back up, and into a modified downward facing dog. You can even lift your toes up here to get an additional stretch throughout the calves. But let that thoracic spine fall through and then back into it. Nice and slow, slowly lowering. Shoulders are down, back up, and lift the toes, stretch through the calf muscles, through the hamstring, through the thoracic spine, through the lats. And that will make you feel really, really nice. And so it opens up your chest, it opens up your hamstrings, it increases blood flow, increases muscle mass. It's a very simple thing that you can do. You can, like I said, you can do it anywhere, anytime. You can do it at work, you can do it at home on the couch, the bar, or elevated levels, anything like that work great. So try that out and let me know how you do with it and what it feels like to you, or if there's anything that gets stuck when you do that, or anything that hurts when you do that. I want to kind of know. Let's get the ball rolling, a little interaction here, because I want to know how you're doing. I want to know if you're doing this stuff and make sure you're doing it correctly. All right? So post me a comment down below, tell me how you did, and we'll see you next time on Core Wellness TV. Have a great day.